I know. They're sleeping on him. But I said to Andre the other day, I said, Demetrius, you have no idea what a position you are in. You are the final piece of the undisputed puzzle. And he's like, you know, so it looks like he'll fight Sulecki June 28 or 29 in Providence. We're going to give him a homecoming. And then after that, he wants it. You know, he wants the undisputed fight. So, you know, although Danny Jacobs and him are friends, that's going to be the undisputed fight that could happen.
Do you feel he will get the winner of that? If he's successful in June, will he get the winner of
Yeah, I mean, look,
Jacobs-Canelo?
Canelo's got a rematch clause, which I'm sure he might exercise, and you got Golovkin as well. But, you know, next week, Danny Jacobs is going to hold the keys.
You get all the credit for taking somebody like Demetrius Andrade, who's been blackballed all the way at the bottom, and now, like I said...
Because I like that. I like challenges like that. And I like Demetrius Andrade. So I like it when someone says, Demetrius Andrade, like, he don't sell, he don't do this. Well, let's see how we get on in Providence. You know, maybe we can fill an arena and it would be great. But what I do know is no one can be undisputed without fighting Demetrius Andrade. Right. And he's very difficult to beat.
What do you consider to be the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world?
Danny Jacobs next weekend. I think Canelo is the pound-for-pound #1. I think Lomachenko is outstanding as well. So is Usyk. I mean, there's so many fights. So is Terence Crawford. So is Spence. But I think Canelo is the pound-for-pound #1. And like, you know, that's what Danny's fighting for next weekend. It's that big.
You expect him to win by decision or knock him out?
I thought he was going to knock him out, but now I think he's going to win by decision.
Is there any issues? There was a lot of criticism within the last week that Adelaide Bird was even in the...
yeah, that was, look, shit, you know, yeah, it's not that he was even in the pool. It's like a list of judges that are licensed by the commission, sent in. So we had to respond to that, give our reasons why not. So did Golden Boy. We ended up with, I think, a terrific judging panel. Ironically, it's the same panel that judged the last fight, which I actually felt was probably a draw, but Canelo got the judge. But Steve Weisfield is an outstanding referee, so is Moretti, and Glenn Feldman is one of the best judges in the world.
If I'm not mistaken, Feldman actually gave... he was a judge that gave Triple G the first one.
Right, okay, yeah.
In the first one, if I'm not mistaken. I know one of them did. So there's no issues on your side, on Danny's side?
No, I've spoken to the commission. I know the judges, as in they've worked our shows before. I've seen them judging major fights all over the world. They're honest, they're credible, they're very, very good judges. And I just believe that next week I can see Danny Jacobs winning a decision. That's what I can see.
Most people think that Danny gave Triple G a harder fight than Canelo in his 2 fights. What do you think from that experience Danny can use to come out successful?
I just think he's very, very experienced. He's technically very good. He's very fast. He can punch. He can fight on the inside. He can box and move. You know, it's no secret that Canelo struggles against movers. But Danny can mix it up. You know, he can frustrate him on the outside and he can fight him on the inside as well. So don't get me wrong, it's going to be a really tough... It's a 50-50 fight. But I just honestly feel it. Like, I just feel it's going to happen. I might be wrong, but I don't think so.
You said that you got 12,000 travelers, 12,000 Brits coming from the UK for Joshua. Yeah. That's going to sell out the Garden. Yeah. Next weekend, we're 8 days away. There are thousands of tickets still available for Canelo and Danny Jacobs.
Yeah, but, you know, you say thousands. There may be a few thousand left on fight week to Joshua. They go. You know, the one thing you do in the US is people buy late. Do you know what I mean? So in the UK, they buy the day it goes on sale. But in Vegas, that'll be sold out next week, no question. But, you know, they've priced it aggressively. So that's probably why, if they, you know, so, but that's the way it is. But I don't see that fight not selling out. I'm sure it will.
Eddie, since nobody else has brought it up, I'm going to just bring it up. Give us the secret for the hair.
What?
The secret of your hair.
My hair?
See, I'm going bald,
mate,
so I need a
crafty combing, just like comb it over and hide the receding hair. Grow a beard, get it shorter at the sides, and you're all good.